I know y'all see the title where it says Saneter in the Bronx looking for Poppy.
We're exposing a nasty new scam that hits you where it hurts, your family and your wallet. These predators will target parents, even grandparents. So how can you protect yourself?
The victim, Lakeisha Jordan, was 14 years old at the time of this case. She was just a child. And she was pregnant. The defendant denied having sexual intercourse with her, and yet after that baby was born, DNA was done, and sure enough, it comes back as the defendant's baby. So we have a 24-year-old man having sexual intercourse with a 14-year-old little girl. He's not just a pimp, Judge. He's a sex offender. He preyed on a 14-year-old girl, had sexual intercourse with her, and now has fathered a child.
Little Dr. York, don't make me do it, nigga. Little fucking Dr. York. Little Dr. York, don't make me do it, nigga. You ain't talking about Tasha Barnes, right? I know you ain't talking about her. Little Dr. York, don't make me do it, nigga. Little fucking Dr. York.
But since we throwing shit out there, I want him to address that rumor. You know what I'm saying? Him up in the backseat with that damn minor. He almost got that statutory.
Back to the Sinful situation. See, when I uploaded the video of the courtroom footage, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people said that I was a hater, that I was jealous, and all this old bullshit because of a motherfucking pedophile that's been doing a lot of foul shit, you know what I'm saying, raping children and all kinds of shit. And but all of a sudden, I'm a hater, I'm the police, I'm just all this other shit. This nigga Sinful blocked me on everything on social media. This nigga want to talk so much shit about me and then turn around the same day or the next day and block me everywhere. You know what I'm saying? This nigga won't come outside. I mean, this nigga's a true bitch, you know what I'm saying? You can do all this shit on the internet, but when it comes to the streets, man, you ain't getting no pass, man. You dig what I'm saying? That's why you gotta stay behind a motherfucking computer, though. You dig what I'm saying? But listen, you know, last week, some court documents came out from the same case, and it's been a lot of you suckers sticking up for this nigga. You dig what I'm saying? And black and white don't lie, man. Black and white don't lie at all. You see right here, what it say right here? Sexual assault with a minor under 16 years of age did and there willfully, unlawfully, and feloniously sexually assault and subject Lakeisha Jordan, a female child under 16 years of age, to sexual penetration to with sexual intercourse by the said defendant placing his penis into the genital opening of the said Lakeisha Jordan against her will or under conditions in which defendant knew or should have known that the said Lakeisha Jordan was mentally or physically incapable of resisting or understanding the nature of the defendant's conduct.
Hello.
Peace and black power to you, my brother. This is Brother Saneter. How you doing, Sinful?
Man, this the man right here, man. You know, I decided to go live on my phone, so I'm on 4%. So y'all already know who Saneter is. Most of them people that y'all like and be loving on, you wouldn't even probably know nothing about them if it wasn't for Saneter. Whether you like them or not, you have to admit, you understand me, who gave them the foundation. Some of them platforms that y'all like, it would have never got created if it had not been for Saneter. So brother. It is what it is.
Let me first say this, brother. I definitely appreciate you. It's like you've been around. It's like you've been here before with the wisdom, and you're a young man. You're a young brother. And I watched you spit that knowledge. I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, where you was talking about the conscious community is just like the street or just like the church. And I'm going to tell you, brother, you right on point. You on it. I'm getting ready to go live right now. I took a couple of clips, and I want the people to see that because I felt that you was talking directly to me. And I needed to hear that when you was talking about we react too quick. We get emotional. Some of us, we get so emotional that we respond out of our emotions. And I mean, I felt that was deep right there. The way you went into it and the way you broke that down. You didn't see me in the chat room.
No, I didn't see.
I need to consult with my brother.
I didn't see you until Paulina had told me that Brother Sa had came, and I was like, did Saneter give acknowledgement? But he also, you know what I mean, went live and he spoke on it and he apologized to the people because of what was being said.
And brother, if I wouldn't have watched that, I mean, it was because of your message. And so I'm laying in the bed with my wife. My phone clicks, you know, because when you get a message, even when you get messages on YouTube, hating ass Negroes. Yo, you got to use other people besides the P and this. I said, bruh, yo, you can't look at who's giving the message. You got to listen to the message. Is he right or is he wrong? I say the brother right. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the message behind it. You see, a dope fiend could come and tell you something. And if you don't take heed to what the dope fiend is telling you, you'll walk around the corner and get your head blown off because you're like, oh, that's a dope fiend. Don't worry about it. He's telling us don't go around the corner. And they will go around the corner and get their head smoked because they disrespecting the dope fiend. You see what I'm saying? You got to listen to the message when the message is out there. And brother, you gave a good message, and that's what made me go live and apologize to my people for getting caught up in my emotions. I said to myself, P, I said, God damn it, I acted like a bitch that day. And God damn it, I ain't gonna think like that no more. I got caught up into myself. I said, oh my God.
Yeah.
So I never act like a bitch that day. Let me get about this shit and be real with this shit. So, you know, sometimes it's each one teach one to reach one. You know what I'm saying? We men on this shit.
Yeah.
You know, so man, I want to say, brother, I appreciate you. And I learned a lot from you. I tapped into your channel too, here and there, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm getting ready to go live in a few minutes, and I'm going to play some of your messages that you dropped for the family, for the people, brother.
Brother, I appreciate that, and I definitely, Saneter was such a blessing that when he had did the video pertaining to the discord that was transpiring between Brother Ben X and Young Pharaoh, he also not only played clips from my video, but put my name also in the title so people would have an opportunity to know who I am. So, you know what I mean? Man, you know, Saneter was a blessing, man. You know what I mean? People can say what they want, you know what I mean, about Sa, but Sa's been nothing but a blessing. I don't know him but to be positive, you know? So, it is what it is.
Sir. All right, my brother. So let you go ahead and finish doing you, and I'm going to get ready to go live and do what I do, you know. Peace to you, brother.
I appreciate you, and blessings to you, Sa. Thank you for calling in,
this
man.
is my number. Remember, this is my number. So save my number. So whenever you get into town, you know, hit me up.
All right, for sure.
All right, my brother. Peace.
All right, blessings, man.
All right.
Jay Evans said he wanted to call in, bro. You more than welcome. Hello?
Hello, Sinful.
What's going on?
Hello? What's up, man? I just wanted to ask, like, why do people keep on saying that you want some pedophile shit?
Who?
Like, I was watching a video on YouTube. That, like, yeah.
Brother, I can't even hear you. First of all, you're gonna have to come upstairs.
Okay. They said that you were having sex with a minor. Like,
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I don't believe you did. I don't believe you on none of that shit. Like, I think you cool and everything. But I was watching a video and they said that, like, you had sex with a minor.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true?
Well, first of all, I've already acknowledged that. Like, let me see how many videos I didn't acknowledge this.
No, I don't believe you.
Hold on for a minute. I didn't acknowledge this damn near like 5 or 6 times. So, you know, with that being said, you know, I don't even want to get involved in that. But if you would like to know what truly happened, you know, you don't have to allow that person or me, you know, to tell the truth or lie about anything. You can find the truth out yourself. You know what I mean? You can look up Philip Brandon Gilmore. And my government name is on both of my Facebook pages. So, you know, that's how the individual, you know, got it. I wasn't hiding anything. So you can look that information up yourself. 1036381 Philip Gilmore. And you can find out. Matter of fact, look me up. Find out if I got sex offender on my name. Find out if I got a register. Find out, you know what I mean? All of that.
I was just randomly, like, you know, searching you up. Looked like Simple. I started seeing you got hit and stuff like that. And then I saw a video about your trial. And I was like, what? Like, why do so many people keep on thinking that you did stuff to a 14-year-old?
Well, first of all, like I said, like, you should have came upstairs to ask me these questions. But one thing I will say to you, because you're more than welcome, I'm not offended by you asking these questions. What I will tell you is what transpired was me being ignorant, you know, of the fact that she was not, you know what I mean, 19 years old. What did transpire is a false identification was used to deceive me into thinking that she was 19 years old. What did happen is that she was arrested and she was incarcerated for 3 days in CCDC before they found out that she was 14 years old. Because when she got arrested, they thought that she was 19 because of her appearance and the false identification that was given. Within the motion of discovery, it says that 2 other people, which are involved in my case, who were also participants of the lifestyle, they were also on one accord saying that she was 19. And within the motion of discovery, she admits, you know what I mean, that, you know, she was 14 years old. She ended up, you know, of course, later on when that when you seen that case video, she was pretty much 15 at that time. But, you know what I mean, when the situation transpired, she was 14 years old. And the reason why they had to give me the deal that they gave me was for the simple fact that when they arrested her, if her family had any money or any type of legal sense, they would have sued because she was in danger to get killed or whatever for 3 whole days. Okay? So they pretty much had fucked themselves out of fucking me over for the simple fact that you can't say that, oh, well, how you didn't know this girl was 14? When in trial, I can say, how come y'all didn't know that the girl was 14? So, you know what I mean? The police went for her being 19 as well. So I had that working for me, and they know that I did. You know? So it was like you could try to push the whole sex offender pedophile thing, but if he basically, you understand me, is under the impression and moving under the false pretenses of her being 19 years old, this is not a sex offender. This is not a pedophile. So whether he pimped on her, whether he lived off the earnings of prostitution on her, whether he had sex with her, he's moving off the false pretenses of this girl being 19 years old. That's why they had to give me the deal that they gave me, which was 2 1-4s, living off the earnings of prostitution and pandering, running concurrent together without me having to register as a sex offender, without me having to do a whole bunch of time, simply because prior to this incident, I had no criminal history. And why this is on my mind, let me say this as well. Because there's been a lot of goofies who's actually tried to, you know, say some things about, you know, my name as far as, you know, bro, why was you in protective custody? For the little bitty ass time that they put me in protective custody, they put me in protective custody simply because they changed my charges. When I first came in general population, I didn't have, you know, what was it, child endangerment. They gave me child endangerment. Then they came in, you know what I mean, with sexual assault. And the cold part is, if you read the motion of discovery, she never says anything about sex at all. But they had 4 interviews with her. So by them having 4 interviews with her without a supervisor, without a legal guardian, this is also against the law. Because when you have an interview with a minor, a legal guardian is supposed to be present. She wasn't a legal guardian, you know, a supervisor was not present for all 4 interviews. So they had 4 opportunities to coach this girl into saying whatever. And within the motion of discovery, she never says anything about sex. When you saw that court hearing, my lawyer didn't even see the DNA test. He was just in agreement with the district attorney simply because his whole thing was, don't say nothing, let them say whatever they want to say, and we just shooting for probation. The fact that they even recommended probation and I had an opportunity to have probation lets you know that the case was not as serious as they promoted it to be. For if it was, how was he even eligible for probation? And you've been seeing things also on the internet, you know, with Sin being a convicted sex trafficker, being a convicted sex offender. Let me tell you something. When you get convicted of a sex crime, whether she's 16, 17 years old or not, if she's 40 or 50 years old, guess what? Pandering is a sex crime. So by pandering being a sex crime, they will sit up there and try to make you register as a sex offender, even if the bride is 40 or 50 years old. And if you get convicted for a sex crime, you will have to register as a sex offender. So if I had got convicted of any sex crime, I would have to register as a sex offender. I don't have no child on my name. The reason why I was able to walk and come back to general population in CCDC, the reason why I came back to the main line, the main yard, you know what I mean, at High Desert State Prison, Southern Desert State Prison, and didn't have no problems is because I don't have no snitching on my name, and everybody knew the situation. They knew that there was deception, you know, involved. So since there was deception involved, it never really escalated or evolved into a problem. I even talked to her brother on the yard. There was no problem. He actually apologized to me because he thought that I was going to get out on bullshit because she lied. And with that being said, no, nigga, I wasn't going to sit up there and act up or want to be angry, because little girls lie about their age. That's what they supposed to do as little girls in their mind. That's what girls in their little minds, that when they see a guy that they want to be involved with, they're going to lie. So whether it was a false ID, whether she lied, it was my fault. There's no justifiable reason that you could give. Whether false ID, whether she lied, it's your fault. I said it a million times. Let me say it 1,000,001 times. It was my fault. It was negligence on my part. You know what I mean? False ID or not, I should have been sharper. You know what I mean? And it's just my fault. No way to get around it. Not coming up with a beautiful speech. It was just my fault. Simplicity. It happened when I was 23 years old in the game in 2008. I wasn't even 10 months. I mean, yeah, well, I was 10 months. I wasn't a year in the game. Because from June 07 to April of 08, that's not even a year in the game. And they tried to minimize me, my greatness, my position, you know what I mean, me being who I am in the game, you know what I mean, with something that transpired or didn't transpire 10 years ago when I was 23, not even a year in the game, when I was in the incubator. And when they put me in protective custody, they put me in protective custody. Nigga, I never volunteered to be in no goddamn protective custody. They just put Kodak Black and different ones in for different reasons. But when you got charges with a minor that's pandering or sexual, they gonna put you in protective custody, and you have to sign a waiver to get out of protective custody, just like I did. But I didn't sit up there and say, hey, I'm scared. I'm messing with kids. These guys are gonna kill me. They look tough. Get me out of here. It didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Man, these guys are dark skinned. Everybody's ugly. It's a bunch of Benny Siegel, Freeway, Xavier McDaniel, Anthony Mason looking ass niggas in here. They gonna kill me. They know I was messing with a minor. Please hurry up and save me. No, nigga. There's no writings. You know, ain't none of that. They put me in there. And I had to sign a waiver to get the fuck out of there. I came back to general population. That's what doesn't get put out there. That I was, you understand me, only in there for, you know what I mean? And when I came back to motherfucking general population, you know what I mean? I was accepted with welcome arms. Nigga, I don't got no snitching or no kid shit on my name. But niggas that got that kid shit in a business and fucking with minors and got a whole bunch of mix it to fix it ass shit in they program want to minimize me to make me equal with themselves. And nigga, that you can't do that. You know what I mean? I don't mess with minors. I was denying minors before that situation, and still to this day, I'm denying minors. You know what I'm saying? It's pimps right now. They got hoes that if I wanted them at that particular time when they were 16 and 17, I could have had them. But due to the fact that I'm a man of standard and principle and I don't fuck with kids, it was a no-no. Go to church, go to school. I can't talk to you. God bless. That's the only conversation that you got with a minor when you really about that life, when you're a man of standards. Baby, stay in school. You know what I mean? Go to church. Do what you need to do for God. You know what I mean? Stop getting involved in these pimp and hoe conversations, and you be blessed, and you keep it moving. Or just speaking the best language to speak in, silence. But you don't be talking to going back and forth with no minor. You got minors now, they don't even lie about their age. They be saying, I'm 16, I'm 17, I'm 14, and these niggas still be talking to them. You know what I'm saying? And some of these same guys was people in the comment sections and on videos speaking on me, and these guys are known to fuck with minors. That's crazy, but true. But just to clarify that, I had to get some clarity. You know what I mean? No, nigga, I'm not no PC nigga. And no, nigga, you know what I mean? I never snitched on nobody. And no, nigga, I don't fuck with no goddamn kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did I answer your question?
Yeah, nah. Yeah, you did. You cool, man. You cool.
Well, yeah, I already knew I was cool before you answered the question. I just wanted to bless you with that because, you know what I mean, you was concerned, so I had to bless you because you sounded like you was, you know, under the stairs and you was worried about it. So that's why I had to give you some clarity and show some charity at the same time. So, you know what I mean, you would know what it is. But in all actuality, the people that posted that, they don't give a fuck about no children. Because just to be real, a pedophile is worthy of death. A snitch is worthy of death. If they was about any of that shit that they was talking about, I would be a dead man. But due to the fact that these niggas is bitches, due to the fact that these niggas ain't about that life, and they really don't give a fuck about kids, and they using that situation, you know what I mean, making it something that it ain't, to try to bring me down and get the spotlight off me so they can get a spotlight. I don't know why. They don't got nothing to push. They don't got no information. They don't got no game. But at the same particular time, if they was truly about that life, it's a lot of them niggas that know where I rest my head at and some more shit. If they was truly about that life, I would be a dead man. But due to the fact that them niggas is bitch ass niggas and they not gonna do nothing but post statuses and get on Facebook and pretend to be hard, pretend, you understand me, to love children, nothing's gonna happen but statuses and posts and things like that. Because if a motherfucker was truly about that life, it would have been some physical things happening. Not a Facebook status, not an Instagram post, because an Instagram post and a Facebook statuses, that sound like clout chasing. That don't sound like justice. That sound like clout chasing. That sound like you trying to gain attention. If I'm endeavoring to kill a pedophile, I'm not gonna make no motherfucking posts on social media. I'm not gonna post no posts saying feds or human trafficking or none of that motherfucking shit. You know why? Because I don't want the police to save you. I don't want the police to get involved, because if I put this shit in, the police gonna get involved and I don't have the opportunity to kill you. Because if you fucking with kids, you deserve to be killed. If you snitching, you deserve to be killed. Not a Facebook status, not an Instagram status. Nah, they not gonna never think that I was a suspect because you was never the subject on my social media. I'm not gonna post you. I'm just gonna sit up there and set it up. And who better to kill me than a nigga that was close to me? So if a motherfucker was really about any of that shit that they said, they would have came and seen me and got rid of me. But due to the fact that it's just some clout chasing shit, I'm still here and them bitches is just posting. Okay? That's just real shit. Pedophiles and snitches are worthy of death. Once it has been proven, and it's the irrefutable truth that this nigga is snitching, you know what I mean? That this nigga a pedophile, nigga should have been murdered. Nigga should have been out of here. Not likes, not comments, not statuses, not a whole bunch of sassy ass niggas getting together, talking and shit like that. Niggas said they were shot callers and niggas acting like big bloods and big crips and all of this shit. Should have been action. Shouldn't have been no Facebook and Instagram status. I knew then when I seen that, I smelled the perfume of a bitch. I knew then when niggas made the post and they had the hashtag human trafficking, hashtag feds and all of that goofy shit, you was trying to get the police involved to take me down. I knew then when I seen that weak ass nigga that professed to be a BD from my city and don't nobody know him from the area that he professes to be from, I knew then that he was clout chasing. Because if you was seriously about that life, you would have came to see me. Pedophiles are worthy to be killed. You're not going to say, oh, I can't come to that area because I got tickets. Niggas use the bitch. And everybody that was on one accord with that shit is a bitch. Because a pedophile is worthy of death. You kill that nigga. It's not a fade. He's worthy of death. It ain't nothing to fight about. Ain't nothing to talk about. He should be dead. But due to the fact that I'm dealing with cowards, they just gonna post on the internet. Nothing gonna happen. When they see me, nothing gonna happen. They gonna try to get the police. Unlike one nigga that's supposed to be from my city, this nigga post a post involving the government. What street nigga gets the government involved? Street niggas don't even do that. He talking about the government then failed us. He trying to get the government involved. That's not a street nigga. That's not somebody that is trying to take you out. Because like I said, when somebody really want to kill you or get rid of you, they not going to get the police involved. Trust me when I say that. The police going to save you. You're going to be in jail eating food still. You know, a pedophile, I don't want a pedophile in jail. You still in jail thinking about kids. You need to go. That is the mentality to have when you truly abhor a pedophile or pedophilia. Like, if you really, you know what I mean, have a pure hatred for a pedophile, you don't want him in jail. That nigga still having lustful thoughts about kids in jail. That ain't the way. So that just let me know when niggas did certain moves, they was jealous of who I am and what I'm doing. And I'm going to keep giving you reasons to be jealous of. So you in for a long year. You in for a long life, because this little shit that I'm doing right now, as far as the lifestyle and YouTube, that shit is the best definition of small. Keep following me. We'll see my legacy in comparison to yours. Won't be no comparison. But I appreciate you for calling in, whether you was trolling or whether you was asking to be asking, because you gave me the opportunity to give clarity. And I appreciate you for that.
Can I ask you another question?
You can ask me whatever question you want to ask me.
Okay, all right, so what if I have a problem with masturbation and I'm trying my best to stop masturbating? Can you give me some tips on stopping masturbating?
Okay, I had to let that brother go. You know, he asked me questions about, you know what I mean, the case or whatever. That's cool. But no, you're not going to ask me no questions about masturbate. You know, no. Get your gay ass off my phone.
Nevada versus Philip Gilmore, C2 44542. This is a date and time set for entry of judgment and imposition of sentencing. Sir, is there any legal cause or reason why judgment should not be pronounced against you at this time? Any reason why we should not proceed with sentencing, sir? By virtue of your pleas entered in this manner, I hereby adjudicate you guilty of count 1, pandering, and count 2, living from the earnings of a prostitute. Does the state wish to address the court?
Thank you, Your Honor, we do. First, the state has Jennifer Harper here. She was a victim of one of those cases. She was known as a suten. The state would request that she address the court last. I do additionally have a victim impact statement from her describing the injury she brought with her this morning. Didn't get it back to the Department of Parole and Probation in time. Basically, what we're going to ask for is $200 for her counseling, as she's mentioned, and then we're going to ask for an additional $500. Because most of Jennifer's items that she had, that she lived on, were with the defendant when he was arrested, she doesn't have receipts or anything to show that. I mean, she's actually claiming losses of more than $20,000 in regard to a relation with the defendant, but I explained to her the $200 for the counseling and then $500 just to pay for some of the, clothes and accessories that she lost as a result of her relationship with him, the work relationship with him. That's what we're requesting, and I gave that. I don't have a copy for Mr. Paris. She's going to turn that into the Department of Parole and Probation after sentencing, and we would like to be heard. In reviewing Parole and Probation's report, Judge, it seems as though one of the reasons why they're recommending probation is because this is the defendant's first felony conviction. But the state submits that the department loses sight of two important things. One is that the defendant had 2 other felony cases, battery domestic violence case and another pandering case, that were dismissed during the prosecution of this case. And 2, a lot of times with pandering or sexual abuse cases, the defendants don't have a criminal history. And that's certainly not a reason to say, hey, they don't have a record, so let's go ahead and give them probation because they deserve a chance. The state's going to request something that may be viewed by some as unconventional, certainly I'm sure by Mr. Gilmore, but we're requesting a 19 to 48 on count 1, and we're also requesting a 12 to 30 on count 2, and we're asking that those run consecutive. We feel that's an appropriate sentence for a number of reasons. The facts and circumstances of this case certainly warrant it.
The victim, Lakeisha Jordan, was 14 years old at the time of this case. She was just a child. And she was pregnant. The defendant denied having sexual intercourse with her, and yet after that baby was born, DNA was done, and sure enough, it comes back as the defendant's baby. So we have a 24-year-old man having sexual intercourse with a 14-year-old little girl. He's not just a pimp, Judge. He's a sex offender. He preyed on a 14-year-old girl, had sexual intercourse with her, and now has fathered a child.
The second reason is he accepts absolutely no responsibility whatsoever. He denies being a pimp, which is a coincidence then that the night he's arrested, he's in a hotel room with 2 females, both of whom have multiple arrests for soliciting prostitution and loitering for the purpose of prostitution. The victim in this case was also a victim in the battery domestic violence case that he had that was eventually dismissed.
Hey, this video is long overdue. I've been so busy. You dig what I'm saying? But back to the Sinful situation. See, when I uploaded the video of the courtroom footage, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people said that I was a hater, that I was jealous, and all this old bullshit because of a motherfucking pedophile that's been doing a lot of foul shit, you know what I'm saying, raping children and all kinds of shit. And then, but all of a sudden, I'm a hater, I'm the police, I'm just all this other shit. This nigga Sinful blocked me on everything on social media. This nigga want to talk so much shit about me and then turn around the same day or the next day and block me everywhere. You know what I'm saying? This nigga won't come outside. I mean, this nigga's a true bitch, you know what I'm saying? You can do all this shit on the internet, but when it comes to the streets, man, you ain't getting no pass, man. You dig what I'm saying? That's why you gotta stay behind a motherfucking computer, though. You dig what I'm saying? But listen, you know, last week, some court documents came out from the same case, and it's been a lot of you suckers sticking up for this nigga. You dig what I'm saying? And black and white don't lie, man. Black and white don't lie at all. You see right here, what it say right here? Sexual assault with a minor under 16 years of age did then and there willfully, unlawfully, and feloniously sexually assault and subject Lakeisha Jordan, a female child under 16 years of age, to sexual penetration to with sexual intercourse by the said defendant placing his penis into the genital opening of the said Lakeisha Jordan against her will or under conditions in which defendant knew or should have known that the said Lakeisha Jordan was mentally or physically incapable of resisting or understanding the nature of the defendant's conduct.
Little Dr. York, don't make me do it, nigga. Little fucking Dr. York. Little Dr. York, don't make me do it, nigga. You ain't talking about Sara Barnes, right? I know you ain't talking about her. Little Dr. York, don't make me do it, nigga. Little fucking Dr. York.
But since we throwing shit out there, I want him to address that rumor. You know what I'm saying? Him up in the backseat with that damn minor. He almost got that statutory.
I know y'all see the title where it says Saneter in the Bronx looking for Poppy.
We're exposing a nasty new scam that hits you where it hurts, your family and your wallet. These predators will target parents, even grandparents. So how can you protect yourself?